Hey, everybody. Welcome to Can I Have a Word, the podcast that explores language and how it shapes our identity and the people we become. I'm here with another solo episode. And when I do these solo episodes, I sometimes like to feature a word that I've heard at different points in my life that has triggered, I'll say, mixed feelings. And so, because of that, today's episode is called Smile. You might be wondering already, how can the word smile trigger mixed emotions? Obviously, smiles are a good thing. Dare I say, smiles are a great thing. Um, I like to smile. Um, so I don't have any issue with the idea of smiling. Generally, we think of smiling as a social signal that communicates positive emotion and or intent. Whether you use it as a polite or informal acknowledgement of someone, maybe a form of flirtation, or even general agreement. A smile is an easy way to do any of those things when we want to. But you knew there was a but coming. What happens if you are asked to smile or even expected to smile? Quick story. So, once upon a time, I was in a performing arts conservatory. And at the end of each semester, we had these dance performances. They were affectionately called dance demos, where we would have to perform for all of the teachers and program heads and other students in the conservatory. Now, it was a performance scenario. And so you would perform as a group and then you would stand there very awkwardly and uncomfortably while you received comments and feedback from the teachers and department heads. And I remember the head of the dance department at the time was this older guy. He would call me out by name and say, "Carl, turn your lights on." And at the time, I had no idea what he was talking about, but I later came to find out that what he meant was he wanted me to smile. And I would do it because it was essentially a performance or a presentation. And, I wanted to get high scores and all the things. So I did as he asked and I made sure to smile. And he would go on these long tangents about the importance of smiling. And he would make it a point to call me out anytime I wasn't smiling. And he would say that I have great presence, but that I had to smile. And I always wondered why he felt the need to point that out in me specifically. Now, cut to many, many years later as a working professional in corporate America, you would be shocked, or maybe not, at the number of times it has been suggested that I change the expression on my face or that I've been outright asked to smile more. Now, I don't know where you all are listening or watching this episode, but if you happen to be at work, on the train, out for a run or walk, or in the gym, just do me a quick favor. Just take a quick, casual, cursory look around at whoever happens to be near you. How many people are actively smiling, as in wearing a continuous smile? I'm going to say probably no one. Why? Because no one smiles all the time. People are just minding their business at work or at the gym, doing whatever they're doing. And unless they hear something that is legitimately amusing or funny, they are probably wearing their plain old, regular, boring face, whatever that looks like. So, what is this fascination we have with asking some people, including this guy, to smile? Well, I'm going to geek out for a little bit. Did you know that there is a special area of the brain responsible for smiling and laughter? It's called Broadman's Area 44. It was coined by a German anatomist who mapped the entire brain and identified 52 distinct regions. And so Broadman's Area 44 is literally known as the region responsible for controlling facial movements, including those that produce, yes, smiles and laughter. So, fun fact, this area of the brain tends to be larger in women than in men, which could potentially explain why women naturally smile more than men. So, okay, there's some scientific rationale, sort of, but I'm not aware of too many other men being asked to smile more. So again, I'm still asking the question, why am I, Carl, always being singled out and being asked to smile more? So here's my working theory. Me being asked to smile has nothing to do with me and everything to do with the person who's asking. I mean, that sounds obvious, but go with it. Some people need me to smile so it can put them at ease. I've been told that I look too serious. I look angry, or my personal favorite, which means I hate it, you're intimidating. The thing that most people will never admit is that only certain people need to smile in certain instances in order to make people feel more comfortable, at ease, and yes, safe. There's obviously a lot of loaded language in there, and I'm not going to unpack that today, but at a later time, I will. The fact of the matter is, I'm an educated, well-spoken, darker skinned, or as I like to say, richly melanated man that some people are just not prepared to deal with. So when they encounter me, they need reassurance that it's safe to engage, meaning that it's safe for them to engage. And so that's where my face comes in. My face needs to warmly greet them so that they can let their defenses down. But guess what? That's actually not my problem. And yet for years, people made it my problem, to the point I thought that there was something wrong with me. And even though I know better now, it still happens to this day. And so one of the things that I always tell people that are close to me, that know me, if I'm angry, you'll know. You don't have to guess what's his face doing. You'll know because I'll probably say it. And so my little piece of advice for today to anyone who feels that they've been sort of at the mercy of other people's assumptions about them is to not let other people's insecurities become your problem. And now that I've gotten that off my chest and I feel really good about it, I can smile on my own terms. And so with that, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.